You dream of having your project in some kind of color and you want to know that it's provided the right way. ALU Globus is going to provide you 7-stage architectural powder coating, literally almost any color you want and almost any texture we're able to do with these architectural processes with our ovens. You know the aluminum is 6063 T6 because we've proven our extrusion plants and what dies we're making with and what kind of billets we're using for the extrusion plants. You're going to be able to know your systems are coated inside out. So what do I mean is with ALU Globus, we coat the product before it's assembled. And now why it's good, right? If we're coating this product, the coating is going to get all the edges, everything, before it's applied into the frame system. So that means when it's in the frame system, not only the frame system is coated 360, but your slats are coated 360 degrees. And then when they're enclosed and you're next to the ocean and you got the breeze coming into the channels, you know you're protected. Your product is protected because it's coated inside that channels as well. That's why we believe on powder coating your pieces before it's assembled. That way there's no mismatch and no air bubbles. If I had a frame system that is latching on this profile and I powder coat the profile, inside that channel, you're not gonna have powder coating because it's covering the profile. And the profile itself won't have the powder coating. And what can happen is right there where the seam, where the slat is meeting the frame, if that powder coat potentially wants to chip out, it will chip out and you will have a really difficult time fixing that product or even not. And when you're spraying an aluminum product that is enclosed in the frame system, the powder coat won't get onto the other places. And that means also you might have some air bubbles too, that it potentially can explode and then your powder coat chips. So sometimes you see gates and fences or pergolas that are chipped, and that is why. Because if they were powder coated after the process, after the assembly, and they missed out on something, then your powder coat can go and have that defect. With ALU Globus, that's not gonna happen. Everything is pre-treated, 7-stage architectural. Everything will be powder coated with the correct equipment. We don't have cutting corners. This is a USA facility. You saw our extrusion plant. This is our powder coating. There's a big difference between traditional powder coating and architectural powder coating. So that's a little tip there of when you're choosing what kind of powder coating process to go through and also assembly process. You're better off going with the ALU Globus engineering because the way it's performed is for the longevity of the powder to be attached on the profile. And another thing also for this, if your profile had a problem, you can take apart the ALU Globus system, take that individual profile, run it again, or replace it with a new one, and you know that you're solid on your project. As a contractor, as a homeowner, that's important details to know and ask when you're getting these type of aluminum processes, because if there's this kind of process and ALU Globus performs it, you're better off going with that process because you know, okay, that powder coat went to 7-stage architectural, their system all enclosed inside and have the powder on the inside of the profiles. That gives you that longevity of your fence, gate, your investment, keeping your investment smart. So go ALU Globus and go smart. This was a little tip about powder coating processes, and also we throw in there some assembly tips as well of why you want to have that powder coat before and not after. See you in our next videos.